How's it going, everybody? Daniel here, guys. It's been a week since I've been haven't been uploading really, but I've been really busy. I've been taking like a lot of calls from my agency. Uh, Q4 BFCM. It's pretty hectic, really busy time of the week. Time of the basically this quarter is like really load up. I was load up, and yeah. I hope you like my previous video. It was an absolute banger, guys. Even if you watch it like maybe like in January, it's still something to keep in perspective. Like literally the best video I've ever shot on this channel regarding like some like a big event. But I actually wasn't been prepared in terms of like social media kind of game for this year. But guys, definitely the next Black Friday Cyber Monday is gonna be crazy, absolutely crazy. Right? I'm shooting this like in a time where it's like hasn't even have happened, but as I said in the video, you basically like if you're watching this right now, maybe like mid-October, you kind of like lost it already because you need to like you should have like already been warming up your inbox, testing like a lot of things. You haven't done that. Well, you might get some profits, but not as much as you could have if you actually followed my process. But guys, today's topic, not less important, very actually important, very significant, and makes you pretty much a lot of money throughout the year, 12 months, over the course of 12 months. And this is, guys, email automation, something that is very misunderstood in email marketing space. Not in marketing space, in e-commerce space, because business owners, all they know, fucking Facebook ads. That's all they know. It's all they care about. But like, if you get it dialed in, right, you will have so much money, and I'm not talking about money here. I'm talking about data, because like, so much data comes from Klaviyo and all those like prospects that they tell you like what they want, what they need, what they're interested in, that you can even create those like a custom like segments of them, and you can make so much ridiculously CPA. You have like ridiculously ridiculous CPA, on your ads, with your ads. I'm already tripping up a little bit. So, guys, 20% on average comes from email marketing, basically for an average e-commerce store, which in my opinion is an average, it's the industry, and it's an industry average, but for me it sucks, really. Fucking sucks. 20%, really? Bro, if you're making 20%, I mean, like, it's at least, in my agency, in Coyotes, we do, we just like put that 30% that attributed to email, as like a bare minimum point where you want to hit, right? 20% is like, for me, it's like, I don't know, I can get you a 20% probably like in 20 days or something. I don't know, just book a call with an agency, just like see how it works out for you. But yeah, it's an industry standard. I don't really like that. It should be like a standard for you if you really want to get it nifty with it. Now, in terms of the automation, 2 to 8% actually comes from emails, on those e-commerce stores. With this number actually sucks, literally 2 to 8%. Like, it should be like, this number actually should be 20%. I'm not joking. This number should be 20%. Overall, it should be like 30%. And again, even from there, there's a room for growth. I've seen brands that are making, not like CBD brands, like actually, like, DTC brands, 39%. Literally 39% coming from email. Wow, this is like double that number. And trust me, guys, the percentage that comes from automation is it's literally 2 figures here, not like 2 to 8%. This actually sucks. So let's talk about automation. Make more money faster while you sleep, right? 165% higher open rates, because I mean, if you do it right, if you do it like poorly, just blast and batch, you'll never hit that. You'll never even hit like 10%. Actually get blocked, by G Suite or something. But average open rate for all Klaviyo flows is like 31%. In my agency, I keep the bit of bare minimum of, like, not bare minimum, but like ideal would be like 45, 50, 60 maybe sometime, because we have like some juicy stuff there. Like, we just like know how to customize and how to like attribute, like we do like a lot of segmentation. This is like another topic. I will show a video about it as well. But 1,558% higher conversion rates. This is insane. Just think about it. 1,558 higher conversion rates. I'm talking about cart abandonment, right? For convert means it's typically for 5 to 10% of the recipients convert on just the first email. Also, that I know that welcome series are crazy, right? So the first touch buyers, the first touch like email for first touch buyers, in like it converts like at 60%. I know placeholder is like 20%. So they like you make so much money there. You get, like literally from one that just for the from that one email, absolutely ridiculous. Now, 1,361% higher revenue per recipient. Just think about it, right? Just think about it. How can you increase the revenue that you make, basically the money that you make per subscriber that you have in your list? Meaning that some of them are going to be suspended because they just like they're just like unengaged, dead weight, right? As I call it. All you want to do is like literally suspend their account. Don't delete it. Suspend their account. Just put them in a custom audience on Facebook. Retarget them. Get them back. Or win them back. With some other flows. I have a video about it. It's called win back. Now, automated emails are like machine, and this is something I want to like really preach in this video. You're not building a business right now. You're building a machine. You're not building email marketing here. It's not a business. It's a machine, right? If you watch that movie, Ford versus Ferrari, absolutely fucking certified beauty movie. Absolutely beautiful. When they first came out with this, Ford, right, and this guy like with an, I guess it was like British or something, like when he test drove it, right? When he took it for a drive around the airport. The car sucked, right? The gear was high, it wasn't shifting, it wasn't, steering to the left, something like that. The car wasn't perfect. And actually, if they took that car, the first version of it, and they put it on the Le Mans 24, it wouldn't fucking survive. Ford wouldn't win that race. And that's like just like analogy I'm trying to make it here. You're building a machine, you need to stress test that. You need to really build the machine, and everything should work in synergy, like literally, like the movie Founder. Remember that when they were just like drawing something like on the pavement with chalk, right? Like basically like McDonald's operations, how everything worked, and they redraw that thing 3 times. Only on the 3rd time, it actually hit, right? When this guy climbed out on the ladder, and they saw how these guys were stuck in together. Then they redraw this thing. Then again, something didn't work out, right? And then the 3rd time, everything worked in synergy. And so this is this thing that you really want to hit here, right? Because it's basically like a machine. You do the maintenance, and it'll run for 24/7 hours. It doesn't need anything, right? It's like your best salesperson. They don't complain. They don't ask for a raise, right? They just work 24 hours, like a freaking machine. All you have to do is keep it well oiled, keep it fueled, right, with ads, and basically do some maintenance for it, and bring you cash. It'll bring you cash, trust me. So this is basically this lamp, it wasn't put here for no reason. Unlocking the power strategy. We need to build up the tuner, right? By tuner I mean like when you like buying like a whatever, basically like any like a GDM car, like a Supra or something. How potential it has, how much potential it has, right? You bought a Supra, it has like 280 horsepower. You change something that has a 700 horsepower, and then you just like buying this like a blow offs. There's a Anylizng or something like that, right? Sequential like a gearbox. There's so much shit you can buy in the Supra. Just trust me, guys. Like I've been to these things. It was like with the Mitsubishi Lancer like Evolution though, but like there's so many things you can buy in this car, like some tires, there's like a lot of things, and on the engine, the blocks, there's like rocks, pistons, everything, stroker, like blow off. Oh my god, so many things there. Basically, yeah, three stages here, right? So you're building a tuner, right? Our tuner. So basically, you buy a Supra, 280 horsepower, right? Boom, you tweaking, you just start adjusting, improving it, right? You make it into like 1,000 horsepower. As powerful as you want. Second stage would be here is implement, right? Without implementation, it's not gonna drive, right? If you just like wish that Supra has a 1,000 horsepower, it's not gonna have 1,000 horsepower unless you change something like exhaust, titanium, blah blah blah. So bring it to life. And now the last thing is analyze, because again, that thousand horsepower Supra, it breaks down, like, because it's 1,000 fucking horsepower car. It can't be alive on the road. The gear get freaking crashed, right? Get absolutely rocked by the power, because it got like, the turbo was so crazy, it was so cold, and the freaking gearbox just break down, like literally like a freaking Lego. So you need to tweaking parts, improving the numbers, just tweaking something with the GPU of the car, right? Like a chip tuning or something. You need to bring it to life and just like adjust the car. And let's get into this, guys. Strategize. The first stage is the strategize. When it comes to email automation, right? You do the same thing. Your goal is to use all the information you know about someone to send timely communication that's actually relevant to that person on the receiving end, right? So you need to just like scrape all the data, not like in some deceiving way, right? Not some like dark SEO black hat bullshit. By asking by providing a value and just asking for the feedback, right? In more like a finesse way, right? And so digging into the engine, right? Understanding your buyer cycle. What percent of visitors browse and never take action? Gotta know your numbers. Your lifetime value. Gotta know your numbers. Time between purchases. Again, numbers, guys. E-commerce is all about numbers. Not everything, but it basically takes out the whole, the whole portion of it. Not the whole portion. I mean, I'm saying it takes out like significant portion of e-commerce. Knowing your numbers. Identify friction points in your buyer process, right? Is a lack of brand recognition a deterrent, right? Does my price deter from the interest of my product, in my product, right? Is my product solving a problem people they just don't seem like, they just don't often consider. They just don't seem to really like consider often. That could be really an issue, right? Customer avatar. Do most of my customers purchase for themselves or as a gift? Do you know it? Do you know it? How is your product being bought? Do most of my customers buy consistently from the same category? Might be the case. Do demographic influence buying behavior? Good question, right? Somebody buying from Canada from this category, or this guy's from Georgia buying. Why? Why did this buy from Georgia? I don't know. Find out. So let's just head back to our garage and just like in like a role play, what could happen, right? So the problem we have here is we see high volume of new subscribers, basically of new subscribers, but they don't seem to convert, right? Tire kickers, right? They just come to the site, a lot of subscribers, so below the freaking list, but these tire kickers, they just don't buy. What's the problem, right? Well, we should focus on marketing killer of first impression. That could be like a fixed issue, right? Maybe the first impression of the brand wasn't that good, and they just suck. Maybe you're running some like wrong offer, right? I see some brands are like running Amazon gift cards, which is fucking mental. It's like literally it literally blows my mind. They're dumb as like, I don't know, it's nothing. It's the most dumbest idea, the dumbest idea on earth, running Amazon gift cards. Because, well, think about it. If you're running Amazon gift cards, everybody qualifies in this freaking world. They're not even like interested in your brand, literally. Like it's like running, hey, I want to like smoke some weed, and just like running. I mean, of course you're gonna like a lot of subscribers, but those are like not the right people, right? And you just gotta like mess up your whole data. Maybe that's an issue, right? We think our price point might be an issue. That could be an issue. That could be a problem, right? How do we fix it? Well, we should tighten our early communications, right? And integrating more social proof, maybe some like authority or something, and like strategic incentives to fill out the gap. So if a price an issue, you need to like kind of justify that, hey, we are the right people. And again, guys, that is like a little bit complicated in terms of like if there are first time purchasers, and if they're, here's the thing, there's a segmentation in Klaviyo, which I think is super important, is basically first time buyers and like customers and prospects, right? People who haven't bought from you before ever, and people who bought from you before at least once. And the difference between these it's crazy, right? Because they already believed, and you don't have to show them the value of your company like too hard as you would for these guys who haven't pulled the trigger yet. And so this measure will be absolutely different. So for these guys, right, who have bought already, you don't really like use that like like precious real estate of email to like convince them like why your company is the best, because they basically like already pull the trigger. You need to like really justify more of like of how valuable your product is from the perspective of like actually solving the problem, and like quality and all these things, like why is it better from competitors. Like you really don't have to say like why your company like is not scamming, for example. But yeah, if it, again, if it's a price, tight early communications, right? Maybe some social proof, maybe some authority, maybe like some like basically just like eliminate the fear, eliminate any like upside, right? So minimal upside, unlimited, sorry, no, limited downside, limited, unlimited upside. That's what you're gonna have. Now, maybe you're dealing with one and done customers, right? You just went to the store, they just bought something, and now they're like, all right, I'm down, I'm out. I'm not down for any of that. That's it. I'm just not gonna open your emails. That's it. It's just not me, right? So they bought recently, or they bought not too recently, but they don't buy frequently, right? So the frequency is kind of an issue. Maybe we should strengthen our post purchase experience and focus on building a loyalty, right? Maybe a bounce back kind of like coupon would work, or something like that. Just think about it, right? Set goals and document your strategy. Can't stress that enough. Cannot stress that enough, really. I'm just saying that twice. This is really important. Document how you're going to measure your success, because without it, what is there to measure, right? So how you going to measure your success so you can hold yourself accountable and track progress, right? How are you gonna do it, right? If you're gonna building a Supra, like you need to know, like, okay, I need to measure, like, are we going live, are we going up, or are we going down, right? Is it breaking down, or is it like kind of like withstand that power? Determine which stage you're going to focus on first, regardless of basically regarding your goals, right? If you're at this point, you want to focus on this. If you have like a lot of tire kickers, you want to focus on win back and kind of like retention a lot, right? And I'll go into this like a little bit later. Write your goals down before taking on any automation. This is really really important, because you gotta like mess up a whole thing, and you're gonna like lose a whole perspective and like that clarity that goes into that building that actually strong backend for your business. Now let's just give you some audit, basically, like as an example, right? So let's just say, right, I mean, Coyotes, we specialize in pet brands. That's why I'll like give you the example of like a cat supplements and cat treats. So just theoretically, right, you sell cat treats and want to expand into the supplements, right? You got 3 flows set up: welcome series, abandoned cart, and win back. Now, being aware in looking at the customer life cycle, you realize that you're not neglecting post purchase and brand basically bonding touch points. So like literally, there's no like retention and all of that, right? And there's like no, like, I mean, basically thanking them, right? Maybe asking them for reviews, and basically like getting like more out of that customer. It's like basically one time buy customers. So after pulling off a churn analysis, you find out that 68% of shoppers who have placed an order for the first time never come back to store again. So this is our instance. Let's just pretend that. Now, back in the garage, right? Key priorities here. Now, you now identify the problem and are about to fix them. Focus on retention by driving repeat purchases, by building loyalty and engaging lapsed customers. This is your goal right now, right? And the solution would be, a solution is pull in, as I said, right, basically bounce back right after someone has purchased, to incentivize for the future return to the store, right? Or maybe some instant. Again, there's like a lot of ways, again, guys, a lot of ways you can do these things. But start a basic automated loyalty program to start building stronger relationship with customers. This is basically the summed up answer, right? So they would be like our kind of like approach, how to do it, right? Like basically our solution, and this would be like our goal for now to like implement on it. So start building a basic automated loyalty program to start building a strong relationship with our customers. The game plan, right? Or basically like the maintenance plan, the building plan. reduce customer churn by investing in customer retention strategies, right? So only 30% of your business, comes from maybe orders today. You want to boost this to 45% over the next 6 to 8 months, roughly 15%. This is how you're gonna plan, right? You're gonna know your numbers. You put a time frame between them, and then you put the goal. And this distance that you need to be filled is done by coyotes, right? Or if you watch this video, you in this case, right? If you have time for that. Now, focus on continuing the journey of the first-time purchasers and implementing loyalty advocacy for your repeat buyers. And the way you do this is this: implement, right? You need to implement. Now you have a game plan. Now you need to implement these things. Implementing your strategy requires two things: relevant content and targeted journey, right? So the right content and the right journey that you're basically going to put your customer through. So, mapping it out. Flow name: first purchase anniversary, right? I actually already made this video about it on my channel. You can watch it, but I'm going to link it. So you're going to watch it right here. I'm going to link it right here. So now, life cycle stage: loyalty advocacy, trigger, place order, automation, single target email each year when first purchase anniversary fires off, right? So whenever somebody, right, buys something, and at 365 days, this flow, basically when somebody buys something, this flow fires off, and then in 365 days or whatever, right, usually this is anniversary, you need to remind them, hey, it's been a year, here's 10% off, enjoy it. Something like this. So yeah, the goal is to build loyalty with a special communication on each anniversary for customers' first purchase. Again, guys, it's just one of the strategies. I'm not saying that, hey, this is the best retention, wait for 365 days. There's a lot of ways to do it faster, right? Like upsell, reviews, this and that, right? A lot of things. I have videos on my channel if you can watch it. It's called basically past purchase. You can go even into my playlist. And there will be 2 playlists: pre-purchase, post-purchase. You can go watch it there. Now, segmentation: split based on numbers, place order, right? So if they bought one product, right, we can include a coupon. If they bought 2 products already, maybe we don't have to give coupons, guys. Here's the thing: you don't have to be super sold on giving coupons as much as possible, because coupon is still something that hurts your conversions at the end of the day, right? It pulls a trigger, but it hurts conversions. Now, if somebody buys one product from you, well, they not really frequently buyer. They're not a frequent buyer really, and so you might want to incentivize them to do that to pull the trigger. But if they buy 2 times, I'm really thinking, well, do they really need a coupon to do it? Maybe I can do it without it. So yeah, they might sometimes not pull the trigger, but that still would constitutes for more money from them in the long run. And so the timing here, send one email at 1 a.m. in the person's local time, right? So basically they bought maybe whatever 2 a.m. let's say, right? Last year, and now they're buying this, basically the anniversary, right? 365 days is gone. Boom, you hit them with 8 a.m. and they receive this email, and there's a hard chance that they're actually gonna pull the trigger and buy your product. So that's what I was talking about basically. Happy first purchase, 10%. So right, so right here, right, so take 10% off. So you see there's a conditional split here basically. To the first purchase anniversary, right, we wait for 365 days, and then here's a place order at least 2 times, overall time, conditional split. If it yes, right, if it actually true, we give them no discount, because they bought 2 times, they kind of don't need that thing. If they bought only 1 time, it basically means that it doesn't equal 2, right, because 1 is not 2. We give them 10% off, simple as that, right? So that's pretty much how you want to map it out in in terms of the subject lines. The same thing. Now, set goals and document your strategy. Clean, I'm not sure. Yeah, but we basically just continue on with the strategy. Clean layouts and prominent call to actions, right? Good CTAs, super clear, don't be vague, will ensure your content is optimized for engagement, right? What you can do is just you might go on Pinterest, just go on Pinterest or like go to like a goodemail.com, get inspired, right? Just get inspired. Those are great resources, and stay focused. This is the really most important thing. Do not get drifted by emails that aren't out of your game plan, something you have seen before. Where this guy's doing this and this guy made $10 million. I don't give a shit how much they made. If it's not aligned for you, you're gonna make less money if you do implement it. Okay, so stick to your plan, right? If you're selling dog treats, be like these guys, right? Basically, this is my design. This is like that's what I've created. You can watch those videos. Not sure what videos is it. I have a lot of them, but Coyotes, this is my agency, so boom. A check mark here. And the third stage, right? Stage 3, just like in racing, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. There is a stage 4, but we're not gonna go into this like a super drug racing thing, right? Analyze and optimize, right? Now you got the data. Now you got everything. It's time to play with numbers. Delivery rate. How many people are qualifying for each flow and on a daily basis or a weekly basis, right? If these numbers are lower than you expected, consider whether your qualifying trigger is too exclusive. Sometimes it's not the subject line that gets to open. Sometimes maybe you just like tighten the window so tight that people are just not qualified for this crazy properties that you set up on the back end, right? Maybe you're batching, you're still batching some shit, right? And it hurts your deliverability. I actually know like some brand that they were basically like sending their emails to basically like the whole list, right? So I'm not sure how big it was, but it doesn't matter. They basically were sending to the list, and they were getting like 20 purchases. It wasn't like a huge list. It was actually like they were just like starting out, and they got like 20 purchases. So but these still like batch. They basically blasted out in one click to all their subscribers. When they like literally took segmentation super serious, they segmented unengaged and engaged, and they actually did the kind of like a testing. They sent it again, the same email to unengaged, right, and to engaged, and they got 40 purchases, 2x from engaged, and they got fucking 0 purchases from unengaged. That's how stupid it, like how dumb of idea it is to send to unengaged people. Not because they're not buying shit and they're wasting your time, but they also like hurt your deliverability, right? You're not reaching the right people because of them, because they hurt deliverability. Because again, guys, Gmail doesn't give a shit about all your setup. If it sees that it's not reaching the right inboxes, if people don't open it, well then your email sucks. Where in reality it's not. It doesn't. But you're just like lazy about it. So don't be lazy. I say like not like even lazy. It's not about laziness. I'm talking about like being smart with it. So don't be dumb. Be smart. Be like Coyote. Be adaptable. So as I said, if these numbers are lower than you expected, you need to consider what you're doing wrong, and that might be super exclusive, subject line sucks, preview sucks, wrong people, or just you sending to unengaged. Open rates. Are people opening your emails? If your open rates below 20%, try E/B split testing. Your subject lines to stand out better in an inbox. And as I said, if your open rates still like low, it could be because you're batching. Again, you could be batching, right? One tip I can give you: if you send, for example, this is actually a cool one, so listen up. When you send an email to like basically people, because again, even if you like send like to segment who is like highly engaged, like I just say like 30, 60, 90. Let's just say 30, 60, 90. You just send those. You consider those segments are as engaged, which they pretty much are. And if you send them, I would say even if you got like 20% open rate, the way there's still 20%, right? So 80 people still don't see your emails. And what I would do, right, is not to like basically how to like send to non-openers, right? It's not by the conditional split. What I would do really is I would create I would go to segment. I would create a segment of those non-openers, right? So I would create this like the list, the people who haven't opened, right? Attach the value. Okay, this campaign not open. Basically click or open 0 times over this time that you've been sending this email, right? This campaign, and I would choose, basically I would tighten up the window a little bit, right? So maybe like not 90, about like 30 or 60. I mean, it depends on how frequently you send, and still, right? Basically, out of those engaged prospects who are extremely engaged, who haven't opened, I would still send them, basically send them the same email. I mean, with a different subject line, just so that it doesn't look like you're just sending this to, second time, the same thing. I would basically create a segment of those non-openers but still engaged prospects, and I still just a little bit like 10 out the window, and still got that 20% open rate. Because if you do the conditional split, you're basically sending like to everybody, right? Or those who are like really not that engaged. Like, I mean, 90% is 90 days still engaged, but when you're trying to get that 20%, you're better off setting to 30 days, for example, engaged, because somebody out of that 30 day engaged hasn't opened, and you basically send them like the same email twice, but you'll still get it at 20% open. So you're actually gonna make more money. So, it's just like a little nift here that we're using Coyotes. Click rate. Here's like actually need to like also understand that click rate is not the same as click-through rate, right? So click rate is just like amount of clicks on basically on your email, and amount of like clicks on the email itself. So it's kind of like a super metric to like compare them, because if your subject line sucks, they're not gonna open it, so it doesn't matter. Like you can't count on a click rate, open rate, right? It just like doesn't work like that. What I would do really is like only judge your, I mean, basically like this, you're judging like a subject line, but if you really want to judge your content, you would do it based off of click-through rate, because they are only be able to click if they're open the email, right? And so like they open the email, and now you're basically judging this based off of your content of email itself. So just do not mix it up. Click rate and click-through rate is not the same. But yeah, if your open rates are high but click rates are low, this means that you need to look at your content, right? Are your CTAs clear in in every email, right? Maybe like there was like something vague about the email. Maybe the images are not like, I mean, they're just kind of weird and like just kind of like confusing a little bit, right? Maybe like pisses people off. Sometimes that's the case. But yeah, that's just something to keep in perspective here. I mean, the content. It says a click rate, but it's but this I mean like a click through rate, because again, click rate you judging subject line, click through rate you judging the content, because again, this is not the same. Easy to like misinterpret that. That's why 99% of brands suck, because they don't understand this shit about numbers. I'm sorry, I'm not pissed. I'm just saying. Conversion rate. Do your emails actually sell something? Do they sell? Not all emails are designed to get someone to buy, so consider what conversions you want to measure for each email or sequence, right? High open rates and clicks, but low order conversions means that you're, maybe need to focus on optimizing your websites. Maybe your websites suck. You need to, do some ROI. No, not ROI. What's the? I forgot. Conversion optimization, right? Conversion rate optimization. Conversion CRO. That's what you want to hit. I forgot this metrics already. CRO. That's what you need to hit. Like if it's like super confusing all over the place, the pop-ups like kind of like distracting people. This open rate doesn't congruent, right? Like little tweaks can get you like to that. If your website doesn't sell, like if your website literally sucks, and it converts like at a like 1.5%, if you can bump it up to like 3%, you literally get just like basically double your business. Literally 1.5, now it converts at 3, double your business. You're making $1 million, you're making $2 million. Simple as that. So yeah, that's about it. But yeah, the average revenue per recipient, here it is. It actually doesn't tell which one it is, but there's some cards. There's the win back flow, right? it actually doesn't tell. I don't know why I put this image. Actually, I mean, actually, the new in Klaviyo, there'll be like attributed here. But I'm actually gonna, gonna link the article down below on this particular uh the fr- yeah. But basically, like, don't worry about it, guys. I just kind of like, yeah, I messed it up. I'm gonna link below the article on this chart, just so you know what basically value I attributed to each basic graph here. Now, one thing that last thing I should say, I want to really suggest here is you need to really A/B split test timing. I've been talking about this throughout this channel a lot, so just do consider that. Especially if you're selling like something that can be like re-upped and has ability to be like, basically, if you have a replenishment flow, right, you need to know the time windows between how people buy. That's like what I talked about. You need to know the time between purchases, and the only way you do it is you need to split times the in basically the testing time. Now, the subject lines, I mean, it's pretty understandable. Offer testing is really meta. Try different incentives structure, right? So $5 off versus 10% off. I mean, it depends on your AOV, but what I've seen really is like dollar incentives, like dollars off, actually works. Like they work actually way better than just percentages off, because everybody's using percentages. So just definitely just like try something else. You can try free shipping, you can try BOGOs, you can try like a lot of stuff. One thing that I can just like tell you right away is that 40% off checkout abandonments, right? Not checkout abandonments. Basically 40% of checkouts get abandoned because there's no free shipping. So definitely consider something like free shipping as a like incentive to basically push people over the line. And experiment with the plain text, guys. This is the most like has like the most deliverability percentage on it, right? Because I mean, it also like it seems kind of like personalized if you like do it the right way. You can do like a lot of stuff with emails, because people like know what marketing email looks like, and they know what I don't know what if this email is a marketing thing look like as well. So if your email is a plain text and you're asking to leave a review on a Facebook ad or something like that, right? Or you just need to like leave a review on some like third-party site. I mean, like 5-star review for some incentive, of course, because people are not dumb to do like for free. You can definitely play around with it. There's like a lot, guys. Email is like a lot. It's a back end. It's a. I'm not saying it's dark. I'm just saying like there's no like restrictions. There's no like you don't have to be compliant like a Facebook, right? That's like why CBD brands like make like a lot of money. Basically all like 80% of the revenue sometimes come from email, just because there's no restrictions, there's no policies to follow on, right? So definitely play with it. And the last thing I just want to like point out here is that, remember, there's 3 stages here: strategize, implement, optimize. So you need to strategize your plan, right? Identify the problem, like literally identify the game plan for it, as I talked about before, right? Implement on it, execute on it, and then see the numbers. Pretty simple, right? Strategize, implement, optimize. CSIO. You got it. There's no endpoint. Just want to remind you, there's no endpoint, guys. There will never be like I see this like mistake with like a lot of they think like it's set and forget it. Oh, email marketing is like just set and forget it. Just gonna like build a machine and boom, machine is good. It's not. Okay, it's like a Formula One. It's like F1, right? Formula One. It drives freaking laps and freaking tires get flat, right? Like Lightning McQueen. Remember that guy? He wanted like the last lap, and his freaking tires blow up on the last lap, right? Something goes out of order. The brakes, right? Something with the engine, whatever breaks down. Same thing here applies, right? Automations, right? They have an ability. They have the same ability as Facebook ads of dying out and fizzling out, and you need to like update them, right? The campaigns, it's a still 365 game. You go every single day. Continue to expand your marketing throughout the customer journey, right? I'm talking about creating something new. Maybe, okay, this guys, I mean, maybe I can like drive reviews on Facebook ads. Maybe I can drive a review on third-party sites. Maybe I can do, I don't know, drive, maybe like ask people, if they buy like a whatever dog bats, and like I asked them to like post on this on social media on my Instagram, I can give them like $100 back, or enroll them in a giveaway of my $300 shampoo. Whatever you want to really do it, do it. Really get dialed in with your customer journey. New flows, more robust content. Start identifying weaknesses in conducting gaps analysis. The same thing applies, right? Whatever, right? It's like a car. Remember, again, as I said, Ford versus Ferrari. It wasn't perfect at the end, right? You gotta tweak some parts. You gotta tweak the brakes. It's like the gears too high, blah blah blah. Like, right? You need to tweak it. You need to tweak, because when you're building a 1,000 horsepower email market, right? If you want that shit rips, you need to really like look at the numbers, spend some time in garage, have some like sleepless nights, and just get it done, man. Just like get it done, and understand those gaps and basically fill them up, right? And audit the customer journey to ensure you're providing the most like butter, right, and like most seamless experience. People need to love these things, right? They don't have to be like unsubscribe. Make sure that you like providing content, but also doing this in a seamless way where people like don't get pissed and they basically unsubscribe for your brand. Now, keep leveling up. Never stop. As I said, consider different ways you can use this power of automations to level up experience for your customers, because at the end of the day, they are what makes up your business, right? And the worst thing, guys, I know it's a lot to implement. It's a lot to implement. Like, it seems like a freaking nightmare, but if you want to delegate, of course, you can go to Coyotes. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not just like promoting my agency like an asshole. But I'm saying it's gonna be hard. And even if you work with an agency, it's gonna be not easy. Like, it's not like you just like pay me money, whatever, right? $6,000 or like 10,000. I don't give a fuck about money right now, because it doesn't matter. The fact is, like, you still need to put into work. Even if you work with an agency, it's still not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard. And I'm not like putting you like the like the fake glasses on your on your face. I'm just telling, like, it's gonna be really, really hard. And I'm not saying it's gonna be really hard. I'm just saying that it's not gonna be easy. That's it. So, guys, the worst thing that could happen, you're gonna be doing all these things, is gonna be very hard, but the worst thing that could happen is you make money, right? It's impossible to lose money here. People are gonna be unsubscribing. Okay, like, just tune it down a little bit, right? This is complaining, just tune it down. Oh, they're not complaining, raise it up again, right? The worst thing, you're gonna make a lot of money, make some mistakes, but again, guys, there's no ad spend here. It's just like literally experience. You ask for feedback, and if people unsubscribe, well then just retarget them on Facebook or something, right? Retarget them on Google or YouTube. The point here is that whatever happens, you will never go broke because it's email marketing, right? If you do it right. Now, I just want to like leave you out here, and the last thing I want to say that it's never too late to like actually get it done, because a lot of brands, I talk with them on a daily basis, right? They just like, okay, I'm gonna do it next year. I'm just gonna do some, watch some videos on YouTube. We don't have money for it. What do you mean you don't have money for it? You're losing money right now. Right now. If you're at 15%, consider you as a loser, because you're losing money right now. So, I'm not gonna end this video on a negative note, but guys, evolve. As I said, right? Never stop. Keep leveling up, and remember that you'll never go broke with email marketing. The worst thing happen is you make money. So, it was Lit. I'm not gonna iterate and like going over like basically talking so hard. The next video, I'm gonna be covering some juicy topic about the basically, like as like a second part of this video, about how to actually do it, like more granularly, like how to actually dig. And so the next video is gonna be about the first stage, which is strategize, right? If we go back, there's the 3 stages, and we're gonna be covering this one in the next video, like more in depth. And just like want to make sure that you actually get as much value as possible from this channel. So guys, again, as I said, it's been a freaking long video. I'm not gonna drag it too much. It was Lit, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.